You know, it's one of the most amazing things that when God tells you to do something, all of these distractions arise. God has been telling me to do this video for a while. Right now, it's ripe and ready. But right when I sat down to film this, my cats are here and they're adjusting to this new space. So they were meowing really loudly. So it sounded like a new cat was here and he was like 600 pounds. Then it started to sound like a human's voice saying meow. And so I just kept having to get up and come back and get up and come back, and things are falling all over the place. And it's just like, wow, Satan, like this video is happening. Like, I'm sorry. Anyway, hello guys. So as you can see from the title, this is an account of a spiritual warfare dream that I had a good while ago. Here recently in my life, this is the craziest time in my life ever, and God is revealing to me that as I'm transitioning out of New Age, which is a whole different video, the things that were with the tarot cards and the Reiki were spirits that were attached to me that had to be purged out of me in order for any type of prosperity to come. And he is bringing me closer and closer to Jesus. And I used to be a Christian, and I never would have ever imagined that I used to look at Christianity as a regression as opposed to a progression into something beautiful. And I thought that New Age was the elevated. Oh my gosh, that's a whole different video. I cannot wait to share everything with you that's been going on and how deep into it I was. But since God is pulling me out of that, I'm getting so many messages weighing so heavily on me, and I want to listen immediately. So this is one way that I'm listening. Okay, so we're just gonna hop right into it. I want to say that I was about 19 when I had this dream. Yeah, like 19 or 20. 25 now, so this was 5 years ago. And the dream opens up and there's like a conference room vibe, like a classroom vibe of like 5 rows of like seats facing the front, and like 10 or 12 chairs per row. So, and it was full with all of these people, right? And so, don't you know, like in the movies where the teacher's not there yet and the students get there early, and so you get in there and you just kind of chill and talk to your friends and like sit on the tables, kick back, laugh, eat your morning snacks, you know what I mean? That was the vibe, right? So we get in there. I'm doing that, being very social. It's a very warm environment. Like, we're about to be together for hours of the day, you know what I mean? So then this presence, please Lord, do not let me forget anything. Or like discount the severity of this presence. This presence that entered the room was so heavy with fear, so heavy just with doom. There was no hope in this presence. And immediately, once everyone felt that presence, they scattered into their assigned seats, and you were paralyzed. You were paralyzed with fear, looking down. Like, imagine even like outside of your body, but like a soul, like a weight of 1,000 tons just was placed on your soul, and you have no choice but to just be like this. Everybody was just like this in their seat. Even if your eyes were closed, you can tell where this presence was, and this presence was Satan, right? So he came and was just like weaving in and out of the rows. Like I said, you knew exactly where he was. So like I was in like the second or third row. I could tell in my seat that he was in like the 4th row, 8th chair, you know, like you knew exactly where he was. You just knew, everyone knew. So similarly, when he was approaching you, the fear that you could not think could get heavier did, and it felt like he was just like sucking everything good that ever happened in your life ever. Okay, like this is not a game. So I knew when he was directly behind me, and I could feel him like breathing down my neck. I could feel him knowing every bad thing that I had ever done. I could feel the robbing of everything beautiful that I had ever seen. I knew that I would never see it again. Like, he eventually passed from me and just took care of everyone else, and letting him know, yo, this is my playground, okay? Like, I am the person that you guys have been waiting for, dickheads, okay? The only thing that could protect you was Jesus, right? Like, literally Jesus. Like, it's, oh, like, okay. The only thing that literally could protect you is Jesus. And even then, you were still subjected to torment. So, like, okay, the only thing that could save you from being killed forever and ever was Jesus. But even still, you would be, like, pathetically and horribly tormented. Like, and the people who had, like, weak spirits were going to be swallowed up and tortured forever and ever and ever. Amen. Okay. So then the next part of the dream, he gets into the front of the classroom. He's trying to distract me right now. Like, right now, he's trying to distract me. Like, this is not, I'm in the thick of this. Anyway, okay, so in the dream, he gets to the front of the classroom, and the heaviness disappears, right? Everybody's eyes are still closed. When their eyes open, no one has flesh anymore, right? The 50 or so people that were in that room do not have any flesh. You couldn't tell their race. You couldn't tell their age. You couldn't describe their phenotype, okay? Like, they were literally just light beings or shadow beings, right? So, and then immediately everybody gets, like, this artillery. Like, you got a sword, you have, like, guns, you have, like, all of these weapons, and then the light beings start fighting with the shadow beings, and it's a war. Satan is yelling, telling his shadow beings what to do in order to get the light beings. The light beings have this knowing of how to get the shadow beings, and they're using similar tactics, but they're going at it. It is complete chaos. They're running on top of each other, wounding each other, and just, like, really hurting, grabbing, like, pushing, slicing, like, it is complete chaos. Imagine the end of the world, right? Okay, let's just imagine the end of the world. And, like, there's one little tienda, little bodega left with, like, noodles in it, okay? Everybody's gonna want those noodles. So there's 5 packages of noodles left, and you have 50 million people. Yeah, 50 million people. And they're all trying to get these noodles. Yo, people are, like, just imagine the fights that would be going on at that time, okay? That times a million, the fight that was happening. The battle, the warfare, okay? So, going at it. I'm like, popping in the dream. I'm like a fly on the wall, like a third-party viewer. And then at the same time, I'm also, like, a light being, slicing and dicing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in there with my sword and everything. So then, the war's going on. Slowly, so everything becomes in, like, slow motion at this point, right? So the fighting is going in slow motion, and everybody is still just, like, fighting, and slowly flesh starts growing back on everybody. So you can see bits of their shadow. You could see, like, whatever, like, if they have tan skin, you could see, like, bits of the light and see just, like, their humanness coming back, right? So then their hair comes back, their skin, eyebrows, like, legs, feet, everything, their clothes just grow back, and then seals it. And then everybody gets this really confused look on their face, like, looking at their hand and being like, what? Everybody has a confused look on their face, because now nobody could tell who was on which side, right? The only way that they could tell who to fight while they're shadow beings or light beings is just that, whether you're a shadow or whether you're light. But if you have flesh, you cannot see, right? So everybody's just standing there like, what? Looking around, and then just, like, with their swords, just like this. And then the swords disappear, all the artillery disappear, all the weapons disappear, and then you become flesh. And then everybody's like, and then eventually, after like a minute or so of just this confusion, snap, everything is back into reality. Society keeps going. We're still waiting for the teacher. We're in the classroom, laughing and talking, eating Cheetos. You know what I mean? Being calm. It's like life resumes. Now I'm fully a third-party viewer, looking back at this like, oh my gosh, this earth is a battlefield. This, like, Satan has reigns over this right now, and he uses so many different types of deception. Oh, one of which is the New Age, and I cannot wait to make that video. It's just not ripe yet. It's not ripe yet because I'm still in the stages of getting pulled out of it and day by day, hour by hour, I'm being fed, and I'm like, it's like veils are being lifted off of my eyes, like, yo, this is a deception. Like, you're opening portals for spirits, which is such a Christian ideal that I thought that I was gravitating away from, and I'm being reeled back in, like, yo, no, this is not a game. So I'm gonna make that video soon. Like I said, it's just not ripe and ready yet. But in the dream, I'm like standing there like, wow, like, okay, we're on this earth, people are disguised by their flesh, their spirits are cloaked by their flesh, and it's serious because there is a battle of souls. There is an entity out here that is trying to kill you forever. Could you imagine the worst heartbreak you ever felt combined with the worst burn that you ever felt? Combined with the greatest loss that you've ever experienced. Combined with the utter confusion that you may be experiencing in this part of your life. Multiply those times infinity and multiply the time by infinity. This is not happening just over a year of your life, a couple months out of your life, a season. No, forever, okay? Like, it is so crazy how real it is because it seems like a story. It's like this, it just seems like it's too drastic to be real. It's real. It's amazing how I'm here. I used to panic about my existence. I'm going to get back to the dream in a second. I used to panic about my existence and look at this earth. It's just like, yo, what am I doing here? Like, just really panicking based off of the fact that I exist. Looking at my hand and being like, just so aware that I'm inside of this thing, you know? And there's so many translations of it. It's like, oh, you're a soul and a spirit. You're just here to enjoy the earth. You're here to, like, make a change. You're here. It's just like, yeah, okay. Like, okay. None of that ever made a difference. And it's just like, yo, I would be tripping. Yo, I used to even astral project and see what there is in this universe, because I knew that I was more than what this thing that I was inside of. And I used to astral project and see the next layer, but that is not the utmost layer. If you have astral projected and gone to outer space, if you've astral projected and just been over your neighborhood, yeah, that is a different layer to this reality, but that is not the highest. That is not the highest. And I used to come back to my body being so frustrated because it's just like, yo, like, I've seen what there is. What is this? Like, why am I here? Like, and that is another tool of deception. Astral projection and all these other things. It offers this this fulfillment. It offers you this enlightenment, but it leaves frustration. It leaves confusion. It leaves like just this unsettlement. Like one of my friends who astral projects all the time is just so upset because he's just like, yo, I keep coming here and I keep asking, why am I here? Like, what am I doing here? And it's just like, it just seems like the universe is ignoring me. And it's just like, yo, like, again, it's real, but it's not the real deal, you know? And even knowing that that is deception because it's such a beautiful experience, and you maybe, if you've astral projected, have met different beings, and it's just like those astral beings are deceiving. So back to the dream. It's almost over. So I'm standing there like, okay, wow, this is crazy. So as I'm standing there, these two bombshell, like beautiful, like Scandinavian looking women with like these like tight dresses, they're like very trendy, they have like red lipstick on, just like very beautiful twins, just walk up to me and they're like, hi, like, I'm here to sell something. I don't know, it was like a handheld something. Like, do you want to try it? And I'm like, oh, no, thank you. And I didn't think anything of it. During their sales pitch, they were like, oh, you sure? Are you sure? Like, you could do this with it. You could do that. And I'm just like, oh, no, thank you. Like, I'm good. And they're just like, no, like, take it. Like, we promise. Like, it's free. Now it's free. You don't even have to buy it. It's free. And I'm just like, yo, no. And then I see down on my arm, I have this tote bag. It's like an empty bag, right? They're trying to put it in my bag. Like, please, no, take it. Like, it's free. Like, just take it. Like, we don't need it. I want you to have it. Please take it. And I'm like, something in my mind is like, Jasmine, still say no. Say no. Say no. So I'm just like, no, I'm good. No, I'm okay. No, please. No, I'm fine. Trust me. No, thank you. So then they try to drop it in my bag, right? So they're trying to take this thing and put it in my bag, and I have to guard my bag and be like, yo, no, like, I don't want it. And then in their tussle, they freeze, and they're like trying to put it in my bag. They freeze, and they're like, okay, all right, well, thank you. And then they just like walk away from me. And I'm like, yo. And it became very clear to me in my dream that, yo, those were shadow beings. I heard this voice that's saying, those were shadow beings. And I'm like, oh. Even though I just saw everything that happened very clearly, got the message, like, okay, this is a playground. It's two beautiful women walk up to me. And it's just like, okay, I completely forgot everything. Just experienced on a human level this interaction of a sales pitch, conversation, whatever, and realized that, yo, they were shadow beings trying to get me. Yo, it's crazy how everything is birthed spiritually and then simply manifests physically, you know? Yeah, and that's the dream. After they tried to drop it in my bag, they were unsuccessful. I woke up and I was like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, I have stories for days like that I have not shared because I had gravitated away from Christianity. But baby, I'm back, okay? Like I'm so excited and grateful to have this space, the willingness to do this, because it's such a scary thing. Like, it seems like all non-Christian people have such a negative opinion about Christians, which is making me scared to expose the fact that I am. And it's just like, yo, like, even that is a tactic, just to be silent because you don't want to like lose friends, or like you don't want to, you know, just like, I don't know. But I'm just grateful that I'm being led, that I'm loved enough right now, or I've always been loved, but I'm being able to feel how much I'm loved. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for everyone who has watched this video. Yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up. Please let me know if you've had anything similar. I know I've experienced people who don't have souls, period. Not even a shadow being. They're empty, okay? Let me know if you've had experiences like that too. Yeah, I'm just like so on fire. These past few days have been revolutionary in my whole entire life. And it just so happens to follow the worst time in my life as well. And, you know, I'm just so grateful to finally know the reasons why it's been the worst time in my life. And it's because of these evil spirits that are benevolently presented through New Age shit. And alright, well, goodbye. I'm gonna go drink some water and figure out what to do next. Love you.